Okay, so today we are going to be doing Mystic Miners. I have a green and black one right here, and then I have a red one over there, and we are going to be putting these together today, or at least one of them together today. We're going to do this green and black one, and this is kind of what you get. You get 2 boxes with everything. You get a power supply. Say he said that this is a 3300 watt, but he said that it's truly a 36. So Jay from Mystic Miner, he's actually a pretty cool guy. You can call him and talk to him, and or email him, and he will get to you. And you know, we talked on the phone a little bit, and he said that these actually will run 3300 watts. He has one that's running like 3250 right now, and it's been 100% fine. So that is awesome. So I'm going to you know, probably have it pretty loaded up. So I got a lot of 3080s and a couple 3090s and stuff I'm going to put in there. So and I think this is the fans. Let me get a knife and I'll open this up and check what that is. So yeah, these are the fans right here. So there they are. They are. So hopefully they do good. You also get fan grills and your handles, and at the bottom here you got your dust covers. So with your mag strips around it. So all right, let's check these out. Okay, so this is it out of the box. It is big. It's not that heavy though, that's for sure. It did get muffed up in the shipping though. Like this lid has bubble marks all the way across it. You know, big old scratches and whatnot. So Jay, you might want to, I don't know, wrap these more or something. That's just a hair, but mine didn't come dented, so there's a plus there. So I'm gonna open this baby up and start assembling it, because it does not come with anything. The power supply, like I showed you guys earlier, you have to assemble this whole thing. So let's start get it some power so we can start throwing some windows on it. So this is what it looks like with the lid off when you first get one. I mean, there's not much in there, but it does have, you know, the motherboards in there with some splitters. So yeah, that looks like the fan controller and a GPU holder, which I won't be using. So one thing I do like is it does come with instructions, so he tells you what to do. So some assembly is required with this. The Virtual case came, you know, fully ready to go. This one takes some assembly, so we will be assembling it. Looks like I pulled the GPU bar out and everything, so it's time to install the fans. And he has 2 ways to install the fans here. He says logos facing out, fans exhaust air, most effective, but dust filters won't work. He goes logos facing in, fans pull air in, must option for blower style cards. So I have a lot of blower style cards and mixed cards, so it looks like we're gonna do logos facing in, and the dust filters do work, so that'll be cool. So let's do that right now. All right, got my first fan on, and the logo, as you can see, you can't see a logo on the outside, it's facing in, so it's supposed to draw air in. So I'm gonna do the rest of them just like that. So something to note, I just realized there's zip tie little spots up here, and I put that fan in upside down. So I'm going to turn it around so I can have the cord come out on top. Just a little note. Okay, so that's kind of how I got the first 3 fans in with the wires. And now it's time to do the other 3. I'm not gonna lie though, there is something to be said about the Virtual case from Amazon. I mean, you literally get it, and it's ready to go with Windows. Everything's installed. You plug that baby in, slap some GPU in, and you are mining. So there is something to be said about that for sure. I'm really excited to see their upcoming case. This case is really nice as well. This is extremely nice with the paint, and just as 12 GPUs. I'm really interested to see how much airflow I'm going to get with these fans over the Virtua fans. So just really interested to see how these two compare. Okay, so I got the first 5 fans in, but the 6th fan, yeah, it ain't gonna reach. So there's one problem right there, is you better have a fan extension if you buy one of these, which I have 2, so I only have 1 fan extension, I'm not gonna get another one, but the 6th fan's gonna need a fan extension, so that's kind of a bummer. Alright, so that's how it came out. I ended up having a lot of extra cable with the other thing, so I turned the fan that way, and they all about equal to the same length. So I'll just order 2 more of these fan extensions. Maybe I'll call Jay and ask him where he gets them, so I can get the same ones for my other Mystic Miner case. Alright, now I'm going to pop this power supply in that's right here. Time to pop this baby in and see how much airflow these fans get. See if it gets more airflow than the Virtua. Okay, I got my power supply in. It doesn't move at all. The zip ties don't really do anything. They just kind of hold it there. There's a little set screw with a tab right here, so you see it like that. That's what really holds the power supply in. Make sure that when you put this power supply in, you put it with the cables on this side, so you have room for your tab on that side. And yeah, I put this thing in wrong about every single which way you could. The zip ties I got with the Mystic Miner case were broken, like this one right here was broken, and so I had to redo all the zip ties and everything, but I'm happy with that now. I was a little worried. I was like, man, this is kind of jank, but once I figured it out, it's not as jank as you think. So pretty happy with that. It ain't going nowhere, so good to go. Okay, so I got all of the splitters in here plugged in and the fans plugged in, so let's do a test fire and see if anything explodes. Alright, those are blowing. One fan off. That's not good. The board looks like it's on. Let me see why that fan's off. Not good. Alright, test fire number 2. There it is. They all work. That's blowing some decent air. I mean, definitely some decent air. I was having some problems getting my USB key to boot, and so I figured, what the heck. I decided just to try to give Jay a call. He answered right away, hopped on a video call with me, helped me get all the settings I needed to set up for this thing. So that is a huge win for Mystic Miner. I mean, if you have a Mystic Miner and you have problems, it seems like Jay's a phone call away. He's willing to help. It's Saturday right now, you know, not during business hours at all, and you know, that goes a long way. So I just want to say thank you, Jay. I really appreciate the help, and I'm going to get Windows loaded on this thing ASAP now. Alright, so I got Windows on this thing, and I'm going to start loading it up with cards. I'll shut down all my rigs, because I'm going to rearrange every single rig right now. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll start the video after I have this thing full of cards. Alright, so I got it all full. I got 4 3060 Ti's, got 3 3080 Founders, got 3 3070 Founders, and then two baby A2000s in there. So this is going to be the green machine, so Team Green for NVIDIA, and they're all Founders Edition cards in here. Yeah, since this thing's got a big power supply, it should be able to handle all that. Should be right around like 2,500 watts or so. So let's boot it up and see how she does. Okay, so I got it up and running, and I mined for about 2.5 hours, and these two 3080s I have not repadded. Good old Frankenstein in there with the heat sinks was fine, but these two were getting, I mean, it was thermal throttling probably 1 mega hash. It was just 100 on the memory. It was just out of spec just a little bit. The True case keeps these cards a little bit colder, as it has 8 fans, 4 in front and 4 behind. So I do like that. So these cards will be going back into that case. But every other card was just fine. If I were to repaste these and repad these would be fine too in here. But I'm just going to throw them in this other case. So I'm going to get this back up and running, and then I'll actually videotape what the temps are and everything this time, because I had lunch in between. When I came back, I shut the rig down. I was like, whatever, because these were pretty hot. So yeah, not too bad though. This does take 100 watts less than the True case. So doesn't keep them quite as cool. Does keep them cooler than not having it, but is 100 watts less. So some positives, some negatives. So okay, so I got this thing up and running. It's putting out some pretty good heat. I changed out those two 3080s for A2000s, and everything's staying pretty cool. Nothing's getting too hot. With those other two 3080s in there, like I was saying, it was just getting to the heat limit. So I'm stuffing my V222 case full of my high power cards. There's two 3080s in there, another 3080 for the win. That's a 3080 Ti. Then I'm gonna throw a 3090 in there, and that'll be everything that's in this case. So, but yeah, dude, this Mystic Miner is not bad. It does not keep things as cold as the other case, but it's dang close, and it's half the power consumption. So something to think about. And it's also 12 GPU instead of 8. So, you know, pluses and minuses, pluses and minuses. All right, Team Red's almost done. Got 10 GPUs in here, so not quite 12, but got 10, and I'm really liking these Mystic Miners, man. Not too bad. Okay, so I got red team up, green team, and then the black team down there, or the Virtual 2. It's been a couple days, and I'm really happy with these Mystic Miners. No complaints. You know, like I was saying in my other video, the 8 fans in my Virtual 2 does keep things a little bit more cold if you have a more high-powered GPU. But these also keep the GPUs really cold as well. I really do like the Mystic Miner boxes. I mean, they're really the only option to put a 12 GPU case. To get a 12 GPU case for right around $1,000, there's really not another one you can do. And I'm really happy with them. I wouldn't really hesitate to get another one. They're actually pretty fast as well. So like whatever he's using in here for a processor, I'll check it right now. I mean, they're not bad. Like some of the mining rigs, you start getting 12 GPUs on them, and they're really, really slow. And this one's really not. It's got G3930 for the CPU. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM, so that's better than the 4 that most of them come with. So there's some positives about this case as well. I also got pretty much the filters to work on this case. This case I have the fans facing the other way. Since it's Team Red, the fans are exhausting. This one's intaking and blowing out This one's, the fans are on this side and exhausting, and the intake is on the side of the graphics cards. But I just kind of put his filters right there to cover the cards, and you know, it's definitely making a difference. So, but yeah, so far with these guys, I actually really like these two cases. They look really good. They seem to be solid, and I'll let you guys know in a couple of months how they do. But so far, all three of these have been a fantastic option, and I honestly wouldn't hesitate buying any one of them again. So, yeah, very, very happy.